Hello, Edinburgh. You're listening to Heart Book Radio, where we talk about books that'll make your heart go boom, boom, boom. Broadcasting from a closet that smells suspiciously like my producer's gym bag.
Coming at you live from what I can only describe as a caffeine-induced hallucination. We've been awake for 46 hours straight reading romance novels and eating nothing but Cheetos and tears.
That's right, and let me tell you, my fingers are so orange I've been banned from touching the studio equipment. Apparently, Cheeto dust voids the warranty. Who knew?
Today we're diving deep into the steamy, dreamy world of On LoveRose Lane by Samantha Young. It's the first installment in her Return to Dublin Street series, and people are losing their minds.
Much like I lost my mind last night when I found out my ex is dating my podiatrist. How am I supposed to get my bunions treated now? How?
Focus. We're talking about Beth Carmichael, a social media management entrepreneur who's grinding away at her career when boom, her new neighbour turns out to be Callan Keane, Scotland's hottest footballer and the one who got away.
The classic my neighbor is hot and I hate him but also want to jump his bones scenario. Tale as old as time. Speaking of neighbors, mine keeps playing bagpipes at 3 a.m. I've started to incorporate it into my night terrors.
This book is like a trope buffet, folks. We've got grumpy sunshine, fake dating, second chance romance, sports romance, and neighbours. Just like Samantha Young went to the romance trope supermarket and said, "I'll take one of everything."
And unlike my trips to the supermarket, she didn't forget half the items in the parking lot and then drive away with her coffee on the roof of her car.
The chemistry between Beth and Callan is electric. They're like two Tesla coils in a thunderstorm, sparking, crackling, and potentially hazardous to bystanders.
Unlike my parents' marriage, which has all the chemistry of two rocks sitting next to each other in a museum.
So here's the deal. Beth and Callan knew each other in high school. There was a thing between them that ended badly. And now they're all grown up. She's 24, he's 25, and the grudge holding is strong.
To be 25 again when my knees didn't sound like a bowl of rice Krispies every time I stood up.
But then Beth needs a fake boyfriend for a client meeting, and Callan needs Beth to facilitate a meeting with her father for his business interests. It's the perfect setup for a fake relationship that's about to get very real.
A fake relationship? I've been in those. My ex thought I was a functioning adult with potential. Older.
The book's set in Scotland, and Callan has this delicious Scottish accent that apparently makes everybody's knees weak. The audiobook narrators Shane East and Zara Hampton Brown are getting rave reviews for bringing these characters to life.
Speaking of accents, I tried a Scottish accent at a bar once and somehow ended up offending an entire bachelor party of guys from Glasgow. They threw haggis at me. Haggis!
What makes this book special is that it's a second-generation series. Beth is the daughter of Braden and Joss from Young's original On Dublin Street series. Fans are freaking out seeing their beloved characters as parents now.
Unlike my parents, who still ask me if the internet is still a thing. Yes, Mom, the internet is still a thing. That's how I stream cat videos at 2 a.m. while crying into my cereal.
The book also handles anxiety and mental health representation beautifully. Because with anxiety and the portrayal is being praised as authentic and thoughtful.
Like my anxiety when I realize I've been talking to my cat for 3 hours and she hasn't responded once. Judgmental furball.
The spice level in this book is being rated at about 3.5 out of 5 peppers. There are explicit scenes that'll make you want to throw your e-reader in the freezer.
Which is exactly what happened to my e-reader. Except it wasn't because of steamy scenes. I accidentally dropped it in my soup last week. Tomato bisque and electronics do not mix, folks.
Reviewers are giving this 4 to 5 stars across the board, with many calling it an all-time favourite. The banter between Beth and Callan is apparently top tier.
Unlike the banter between me and my therapist, which mostly consists of her saying, "And how does that make you feel?" and me saying, Like I need more therapy.
There's also a supporting character named Baird, who's apparently stealing scenes left and right. Readers are already demanding he gets his own book.
Baird, that's what I named the mold growing in my bathroom. It's developed sentience and now helps me with my tax returns.
The book officially released recently, and readers are already clamoring for the next installment, which might feature Beth's cousin Lily.
Unlike my family reunions, where people actively pretend not to know me. My cousin once introduced me as someone who might be related to us. We're not sure.
So on our patented heart-o-meter, where would you rate On LoveRose Lane?
I'm giving it a solid cardiac arrest rating. It's steamy, it's emotional, it's got a hot, grumpy Scottish footballer and enough family dynamics to make your therapist rich.
I concur. It's earned our coveted defibrillator required badge. You'll need medical intervention after reading those spicy scenes.
Well, that's all the time we have today on Heartbook Radio. Remember, folks, life is short. Read smutty books.
If you're driving while listening to the audiobook version, please pull over during the steamy scenes. We've had reports of fanning-related accidents on the Mate.
This is Heartbook Radio signing off. Next up, classical gas, followed by 3 hours of whale sounds because our overnight DJ called in sick again.
Oh, seriously, do you think my cat is plotting against me? She keeps staring at me while I sleep.